case you're just new to high school esports, Jenny, you can follow along on their website. They have brackets up and live right now, people. What they do, they come on in, and all the teams get together. They're randomly selected. Oh, and Hilltoppers, Wilfred Rams, best of 7. Let's go.
Big kickoff win for the Summit Hilltoppers here already just to start off. Ooh, intentional. They're not gonna capitalize on it.
Not early, not for lack of trying, though. Summit Hilltoppers, risky, left corner. Now centered right here. Trizen was where the pass was attempted. That's a big, okay. I was about to say, that angle looked true, but the pressure is still on here for the Rams.
For sure, that was really close to going in. It was a really good pass up front to the guy who was lingering kind of forward there. But I don't know if he just was out of boost or just out of rotation for that pass, but that was very, very close. Both teams are firing quick early shots.
Uber Duber, Shadow, and it's going to be Galiz making up this Wilfred Rams squad here on the day. Of course, we can have some subs action in here. Fortuitous or Hola Dogs will be coming in here at games 2 or 3. We've seen plenty of sub action here earlier. And this is a little bit of back and forth. I don't think these two teams are really ready to commit fully to the offensive looks.
Everybody has a warm-up game. I play collegiate, and then that's how it always is. Everyone's playing pretty slow the first game. They're going to get into the groove about halfway through here, and they're going to start linking up on some passing plays, I feel like.
Definitely what's going to be on the docket here. Trizen now running this one down right. 2 players down bottom. Trizen tries to get this one up. Does get awarded with a shot attempt, so we'll count it. We'll count it. Ruggy from the back tries something, loses the 50. That's going to actually end up pretty dangerously until Risky. He's got something to say about it. Ruggy, nice block. Kind of standard Rocket League action. Wilfred Rams could definitely benefit by having a little bit. Oh my goodness, Trizen with the finishing blow. The Summit Hilltopper is going to strike first right here. Talk about a defensive and offensive transition, my man.
I was just about to talk about how well I like their defensive rotations. They're all staying in a good coverage of the net. They're all rotating back, and they're all keeping good boosts within themselves. And I was going to say, it looks like there's a really good opportunity for a counterattack, and that's exactly what they did.
Risky, as of right now, not awarded with any shot attempts, saves, nothing like that. Ruggy, a different story entirely. Single shot. Nothing made in right there. Shadow Ghost as well, just points from touching balls as of right now. Trizen, left side, got that big boost in hand, but just gets beat out from Galiz. Now Ruggy with some really fancy play. Yeah, Uber Duber was the last alive right there. Uber Duber 2000, last alive in the back half. Nice bounce. Trizen, 5 shots on goal. Is that like how many as the Rams have together as a trio?
Probably about that, honestly. Yeah, it's been a very Summit Hilltoppers sided matchup here so far. Even if they were on defense for a while, they were still holding a pretty convincingly, position.
Yeah. I'm with it, especially given that we talked about that first goal coming off the back of a perfect transition, defense into offense. Let's see how this one goes and how the Rams shake this one up. Still about halftime left right here, but after that first half, wow, yeah, that's going to be the Hilltoppers and Trizen's third. Wow, there are basically 2 teams here. There's a Wilfred Rams, Summit Hilltoppers 2 members, Risky and Ruggy, and then there's Trizen.
And then there is Trizen, yeah. He is so far pretty confident carry on the for the Summit Hilltoppers so far.
Entirely fair. Week 5 right now. This matchup in completely controlled by the Hilltoppers. The driver's seat is Trizen right there. Now, they haven't gotten this one done by themselves, of course. At least 1 assist right there in the transition goal. The first one there doesn't happen without their teammates. Ruggy, fantastic redirect right here. This will be decently centered until Galiz has got something to say about it. Risky up top. Gets tapped on their way, so kind of a wonkier hit. Now from the top, Trizen yet again. Dangerous. Cue the Jaws music. Trizen on the double tap, and that's going to be the 4th. My goodness, a hat trick +1.
That was a really good catch into a beautiful flick. He got an unlucky touch on backboard there, and it's just going to go right back in front of Trizen, who's just always going to take the shot. He hasn't missed one yet.
No, they have not. Well, technically they have. But 100 seconds left on this. The Rams, what?
Oh, no. You hate to see it. Trizen again, all 5 goals. He's just going to knock it easy. Kickoff goal in
Okay.
right here.
All right, folks. I try and keep up with the number of goals kept by either of these players. Now having to do the Roman numeral 5 mark under Trizen for game 1 is not exactly what I was expecting, especially with 100 seconds left on this one.
For sure. I mean, it's in high school especially, to have a 3-time SSL tournament winner title is an intimidating thing on the field, and he has scored all 5 goals. He's proven that he's earned his title.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm excited to see how it goes the rest of the series.
100%. It'll be very, very interesting right here. We'll be able to break down a little bit more of this in between games here. And of course, just game 1 in a 7-game series. It's not going to be that big a deal if you drop it. 5-0, though. Gonna have to start talking about like the mental factor that would come along with putting up a donut game number 1.
Yeah, for sure. Mental is always more important than anything else when playing, and it's so hard to get back once it's been crushed. But hopefully they'll keep their spirits.
Not a sprint, but a marathon right here. Squillis almost sets up something perfect for themselves. It's like buying yourself a gift on your birthday. Trizen's gonna like it. Already happened 5 times. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, folks.
Trizen is definitely a machine. He is out for blood. What a touch.
Wow.
Holy.
Okay. 10th shot on. 6th goal made in. Crazy stuff. Still 30 seconds left. I'm going to say that's going to be the nail in the coffin for game number 1, but the Wilfred Rams, again, going back to your mental, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be able to look at this game number 2 and bring this one back.
Trizen's teammates are also showing up, especially on the defense half of the game. Ooh, right there, Ruggy almost closing one out for himself. He's trying to get on the leaderboard here too, but he's just going to get blocked out, unfortunately.
Shadow goes left side, another shot. Ruggy's going to get on the board now. It's not all Trizen in game number 1. It is going to be Ruggy's 5th attempt or something like that.
Let's see. It's just a really good rotation. He was there, he was ready for the ball, and it was a good, very well placed shot on net. That's just, he's going to get himself a point going into game 2 here.
Yeah, this is still going to be attempts. They're going to play till the buzzer right here. Again, try and turn that donut, that 0, into a breadstick, into a 1. Risky does get this over to the left side. Okay. See Wilfred Rams score, not going to happen. 7-0, game number 1, in no small part thanks to Trizen. 11 shots on goal, 6 of them made in. Are you joking around? That is going to be 18 total shots for the Hilltoppers. The Rocket Rams, unfortunately, coming up with only 3 shots themselves, 9 saves. 9, almost double-digit saves here. Crazy stuff.
They were definitely keeping a lot of shots out. I mean, 7 and 18 is never something you want to see in a game, but I'm just looking at the titles here. That is a scary, scary team, the Hilltoppers. But
Yeah.
it's all mental. It's gonna all come down to what they're saying to each other in between these games and how they're gonna plan on countering some of these big shooters like Trizen.
Yeah, and fortunately here for the great game of Rocket League, Squillis, this is an easy answer. This is an easy equation. This is an easy 1 + 1 = 2, and even I can do that math. This is just demo Trizen. You know, like,
that's exactly
every
what I was
single
gonna say.
every single time. Just if they make the mistake of coming into your side of the pitch, right? Just apply that toll. You know, pick up enough boosts, take them out, send them on back right there, because. I mean, even Ruggy's 1. This kind of happened like in transition, and as this Wilfred Rams squad was paying attention to, you guessed it, Trizen. Kickoff
Demos and physicality in general are huge, and if the ooh.
There you go, simple as that. Simple as that. They come out with a demo, 5 seconds in, and now score first.
We couldn't have called it any better. That's exactly what we said should happen. It's what happened, and then they scored off of it.
What do you need, folks? You need mystics. You don't need no mountain and smelling salts and whatnot. You got FBI Tugboat and you got Squillis.
We should start coaching, honestly.
I am
We've
good on
missed our
that.
calling.
I get 1 good call at about 100 right here, Squillis. I wouldn't subject any Rocket League team to that one.
Well, that's also understandable. I'm not sure how well I would do in a coacher's seat either.
Well, there's time. There's time, and you're still a player, right? Anyway.
That is true.
Getting back into this one. Summit Hilltoppers facing a little bit of offensive pressure. We did come out with a demo, but that physicality not necessarily present the past 30 seconds or so, just that first 5. Shot
Now
over
the
Ruggy. Ruggy does get. Oh nope, it's gonna be Trizen. Okay, so
Tryson
Ruggy
finishes.
puts this up, and Trizen, yeah, Trizen sets it on back down.
Risky's also looking for some demos now, or he was at least looking for a bump there as well, trying to open up the net for his team, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to get the goal anyway. But I was going to comment on the Wilfred Rams. It looks like they're playing a bit faster. They're definitely challenging the ball quicker. They're getting to the ball faster, and they're trying to stop the Hilltoppers before they can really get it running, which I think is going to show a pretty big change in the scoreboard of this game.
Definitely agree here, Squillis. I can definitely agree. 60 seconds into this one, tie game we have. Hilltoppers have had a lead in this series. That came off, again, first 5 seconds or so, a short-lived lead it was indeed, as Uber Duber takes this from the left side. Galiz just gets set up all day long. You pop these up, I guarantee you Galiz is going to swing for the fences every time, Squillis.
It's always worth jumping for those. Even if there's someone there on the wall about to clear, it's always worth jumping just in case that ball goes in. And it's lovely to see that he did jump and he did get it in.
A little whiff action there for Galiz, the lead purchased back. A little bit more than 4 minutes, okay, and it's Ruggy.
It's a beautiful touch. It was a good pass right out of corner here. I don't know if this was a fake or if he was trying to get it more mid, but it worked regardless, and he was beautifully placed, far left post, past both of them. It was a good shot.
Tied game we go back to. A 7-0 from game 1. It's in the rearview mirror in every way, shape, and form here, Squillis.
Absolutely. It's very indicative, I think, of how the rest of the series will go. We might even see Wilfred Rams come out with a pretty big lead by the end of the series. It just all comes down to coaching and mental.
Coaching and mental. You're here first, folks. Shadow Ghost, a little bit of a run. Pop over. Ruggy does get there, though. Risky. Bringing this one off the wall, at least attempting to. Trizen, who else but Trizen? Uber Duber puts this up. That's a shot on goal. That's a nasty bounce. The nastiest of bounces. Bounce actually comes up and hits top bar, right? Oh, but Ruggy.
Oh, what a pinch. That was a beautiful 50 from Ruggy. That's not much you can do against that, honestly.
Yeah.
That last bag boosting towards the ball, just trying to clear it straight into him. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, and also, I mean, this ball is any more to the left. It either hits inside wall, bounces out, or gets even wide left. We're still watching a 2-2 game. As it is, Summit Hilltoppers have proven they're not too shabby at retaking leads back. Uber Duper taking a rough L for a second. We'll be back on the respawn. Now picks up a big boost on the way. Shadow Ghost just left looking at that one. Going to be super happy that angle wasn't true. That's a nasty dagger down bottom. That's an even better clear, though. Trizen across mid-pitch. The Rams did try and purchase a little bit of space as that ball came out. Are thankfully going to be right there where they need to be. Shadow Ghost left side. Quite a run down. Talking about cheating up and taking space, though. Uber Duper going to be very, very happy. They were set back, ready to field this one on their side of the pitch.
And I wonder if I'm seeing some team bumps from Hilltoppers and it looks like some miscommunication issues, some misplayed balls. I wonder if the Wilfred Rams are a little bit in the Hilltoppers' heads as it is now after scoring a couple of goals this game.
That would be easy to say given that we just saw a 7-0. Nice tip! Right inside, Trizen yet again. Who else but Trizen? That's only the second Trizen shot attempted, but still the second Trizen goal made in. Ruggy sets this one up. The Ruggy Trizen combo has been absolutely deadly for the Hilltoppers in this best of 7 so far.
They're both very accomplished players, both with their SSL tags. They both have obviously earned them. Oh no, another kickoff goal straight to the corner.
Not 100% sure how these are happening, to be perfectly honest with you. Shadow Ghost comes... Okay, that answers that question.
That would explain it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate kickoffs. Just practice over just a difference in time played there, mainly, honestly. If someone's just learned a new kickoff and someone who's SSL has been doing it for years, it's just going to sometimes happen.
It's fair. It's fair. A dangerous ball tries and actually hits this the wrong way. Risky with a back pass. Maybe getting colors mixed up there for a second. Am I lost here? Am I the one who's faded?
No, they did bump each other for sure.
Okay, and then continue a back pass.
Yeah, it was a strange call for sure. Trizen is up with his ball, though.
So it's the office quote. It's a bold move to take the ball away from your opponent or away from your teammate and then run it back down towards your goal right there. But what can I say? Summit Hilltoppers are a bold squad.
And it did pay off, so what do we know?
It did. It did. 9D chess getting played right here from the Summit Hilltoppers, apparently. 6-2 is the scoreline. There is enough time, of course, Squillists, for the Rams to come back at this one. It's going to have to come off the back of some really good coordination. A little tappy tap. Tries to use the back. Not going to happen. Flashy it may have been. When the goal, it did not. 70 seconds left. Tryzen, plenty of boost to speak of over the top. It's now Risky. Risky is, I believe that's Risky's first now across these two games.
Should be. Ruggy and Tryzen have both already scored, but I don't think Risky has. That was a good touch by him. It was a really nice placed shot. No one's in net, of course, but still, that shot sometimes hard to hit on target, especially when it's bouncing down at that angle.
Yeah, I mean, also, this is, 14 total scores from the side of the Summit Hilltoppers, and this game, 2 isn't quite yet with over. Okay, excuse me. They don't like 14, they like 15.
15 is a nice round number.
Yeah, right. 15, nice round number. Nice round number, right?
It's a very good touch from Tryzen. Right past, and then no one else is back, which is unfortunate. I think if the Wilfred Rams can get their kickoffs kind of together, I think if they did, this game would be 5-2 right now if they had just held the kickoffs even.
Quite literally, like it might be a little bit more time burned out or something like that, but literally 3 of these goals, 2 of them like definitively, one just off of miscoordination like a couple seconds later, but yeah, this literally would have been within the field of possibility. We'll see. 40 seconds to go here. Running it down
Flip
mid.
Reset.
Nicely done.
He's gonna get it mid. Aw, teammate's not there. Unfortunate. That was a really good little dribble downfield. Ruggy's answering back with his own though. He's not letting him have all the limelight.
Ruggy actually kind of stops. Wow, the pop and stop right there, or stop then pop, I suppose, because Ruggy just kind of realized that's like kind of dangerous. Galli's bites on it on the other side, kind of assuming like, hey, why would he stop that one? Oh yeah, Tryzen, always waiting in the wings. That's right.
Yeah, he is always lurking. I said it last game, but he is out for blood. I'm not sure off the top of my head how many goals he scored this series already, but it is at least double digits.
I stopped keeping track about double digits, to be honest with you. Let's say this. There's 11 in this, 7 in the previous, 18. I'm gonna say at least 10 of those are gonna be Tryzen. So
Risky's showing up this game though. He's got 2 already to his name this game.
You know, so here as this game 2 is kind of winding down a little bit, Squillis, talk to me a little bit about what the Rams did in the beginning of this game to kind of keep it closer versus what it kind of burned away in the second half of this game to now yield another 8-score difference.
This, to me, is a lot of rotational issues, more so than like a mechanical failure sense. In the beginning of the game, they're very quick to the ball. They were on top of them. They didn't give them any room. And now you can see all 3 of them are just playing circles around them, and they can't really get to the ball. They can't make a whole ton of important, like, calculated touches. They're just getting swamped. I think if they play a little faster, play a little smarter even, they will keep it for certain closer and have a really better chance at winning.
11-2, 10-3, something like that. That's what these two teams are trying to make it there for a second. Not going to happen. 10-2. So it's better for the Rams. They got a couple shots on into this goal. 1 shot, 1 goal for Uber Duber and Galiz. A little bit of save action spread evenly across the Rocket Rams squad. But still, an 8-score difference. Not going to be a close game necessarily in game number 2. Pushing on in. Game number 3. We'll see how this one goes and if this Rocket Rams squad is going to be able to make this one a longer series.
And that was 8-7-4 shots for them, and they scored 10 of them. That's 19-10. That's a much better split. That's half. It was about 1/3 last game. And you also saw 9 saves last game. You only saw 3 this game from the Wilfred Rams, sorry. So I think if they can kind of switch on the offense and kind of get off defense a little bit more than they have been, I think that they have a better shot getting back into the series.
Yeah, it's kind of a time of possession issue at this point. Yes, the Tryzen factor is there, and Tryzen seems like they can always kind of make space right there whenever they get an opportunity. Whenever they're like even coming up close to this goal, and teammates are constantly feeding them too. That's always popping this ball up for them. But yeah, just control that time of possession a little bit more here in game 3. And the same, this is literally the Rams that came out, scored on the first goal in game number 2 off the back of physical play.
Exactly.
Not going to be a broken record, but you got to get this one going with the physical play.
On the new map that just released yesterday for this game.
Oh yeah. picturesque.
It's very nice. It's a lot better than the map they put out last season, for sure.
That's fair. Of a desert scene, right? A little bit of foliage, maybe like a savanna type. I'm not sure of my biomes. Ruggy right here. Gonna be able to get the first one in. 21 seconds.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what was happening with the other, with Wilfred Rams. I was wondering where all of them were, but they were just pushed too far up. This one used to be a desert, and this season it has revamped into a savanna oasis sort of feeling. But that is going to be a 1-0 Summit Hilltoppers start.
This is an earlier score in the previous. Can't be too surprised.
There's been a pretty early goal in every game so far, hasn't there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't really be too surprised that that all of these have gone down a little bit earlier. But yeah, hey, new map, beautiful red rocks and whatnot. Reminds me here in Vegas.
Ooh, not going to get a touch mid. Risky was ready for it, though. That would have been a beautiful play. He's just going to be a little late for that. He's going to get 50'd. It's going to go to the Wilfred Rams possession. Let's see what they can do with it. Fortunately, a demo, which is what we've been saying the Wilfred Rams need to do, is going to flip this to Hilltopper possession, and it's just going to go back to their side of the field.
Ruggy down bottom. Galiz is there. Actually, Ruggy gets a second hit, and who else but Trizen. I think I might trademark the phrase, right?
Who else but
my
Trizen?
bets for the future.
There you
Who else
go.
but Trizen, you know?
Again, I'm just seeing a lot of rotational issues from the Rams here. There's a lot of late 50s that they're not going up for in time, and then they're not going back. They're not rotating as well as they probably could be, and that's leading to a lot of wide open nets we're seeing this game.
Wide open spaces, wide open nets. That's dark, risky. Down to Trizen, uncharacteristic miss. Now some defensive play as this is foisted over to the right corner. Galiz, that's going to be off backboard and be decently centered on the rebound until the defense has something to say.
That was
Galiz,
a really good touch by Risky.
Big hit over. Yes, it was. Shadow Ghost tries for a little redirect up close and personal. Not going to happen. That's another redirect attempt from Risky, that one that pays off much better. Trizen, really weird hit over his left side and just gives up possession until Ruggy, again, gets up, interrupts this play, takes that one away. Up top, Risky is Galiz, the only player back. Trizen almost double taps this one in themselves, and it's going to be a Risky goal to the right side off of, like, the fourth tap? I don't even know.
It was a lot of backboard, for sure. But it was really close. Galiz saw the shot. He just couldn't backflip in time, and his teammate wasn't ready for it. It was just unfortunate. It was savable, but it was a really well-played shot by Risky. It was going pretty fast, too. That's definitely a hard shot.
To get one of those Zach Galifianakis, like, reading the algebraic signs in the
yeah, from Hangover.
in the air. Yeah, exactly. On that one, Galiz gets like half the equation done, but not in enough time.
Not enough time. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You hate to let one like that go in.
Shadow. Okay. This is gonna be brutal. Trizen's got all the boost in the world down bottom. It even combines with Ruggy and a defender to get the fourth goal here for the Summit Hilltoppers.
He has just got wide open space, which is what I was saying. They're giving the Wilfred Rams just too much room to work with. That's why he's able to pop the ball up and take it all the way down the field with a single air dribble, put it into his teammate, and then into the bottom corner.
Slotted that one perfectly. Kickoff one here. Still again, Trizen has a second hit down bottom. All three members are right there. Ruggy gets it over one. Brutal.
That was a brutal fake.
Absolutely brutal. Again, this is kind of coming off the back of the Rams just trying to rotate into offensive positioning a little bit earlier. Like Shadow Ghost, you know, have them chase this one down. I think that would have been Uber been in a better position to kind of rotate back to goal. I mean, and that goal specifically was not incredibly high up in the air, incredibly fast.
It was a very beautiful fake, though. He got two of them up in the air. One of them just still keep going on the ground, and it was just a wide open net after that. This is going to be Wilfred Ram possession.
Spaces. It's not just a song. Wide open spaces, people.
It's a song about Rocket League, actually.
Yeah, it's actually about this map. It wasn't released in 1996. It was released in 2023. It was released along with this map. Shout out to Rocket League.
Shout out to Epic Games for releasing a great song like that.
Yeah, there you go, dude. There you go. Bending space and time to have relevant theme songs here for Rocket League. Oh, that's gonna... Okay.
He had it. I don't know what his plan was. I'm pretty sure if he just flipped into it, that would have been a Wilfred Ram goal right there, but he
Yeah,
decided
that
it was better to
was-
go for the flick.
Theme song came out. Everyone likes wide open spaces all of a sudden, it seems.
Yeah, it was. I'm curious what happened. I don't have a bird's eye view of what the Hilltoppers are doing, but I'm curious who was out of rotation there, because they've been playing real solid so far. As I say that, they of course both double commit for a catch, but for the most part, they've been playing really solid.
Little mini pinch off the player right there into wall. That gets centered up decently. Risky tries to get it over to a teammate. Uber Duber interrupts it. Again, it's like they can get straight, like really good intercepts. The Rams can, but then it's like what to do after. Like that right there was a perfect example. Uber Duber gets it like out, and then gets it hit to like the far left side, and it's just a Summit Hilltoppers player that is able to pick this one up. That transition to this goal right here, and Risky and Trizon both kind of flying down, putting pressure on the Rams. It's gonna be a hard goal to block away.
It's a hard goal to read too, because you know Trizon can shoot it from there. You know Risky can shoot it from there. You've got two defenders in net, but you can't really communicate that quick who's reading who. So you're just kind of both picking a random guy and going for it.
Mildly blown man coverage, you could say. You relate that one from like American football, but regardless, 30 seconds left. It is technically possible. It is practically
challenging.
Outside the realm of possibility for the Rams to come back at this point. There's enough chronological resource to do it, but it basically requires the Hilltoppers to just put down the controllers. Game 3 is figured out. 6-0, 5-1, or not 6-0, 5-1, 6-1, something like this. Maybe it might be, but this game 3 is over.
Yep, that is going to be the... Oh, did they get one? There
There
it is. You called it. 6-1. Wilfred Rams are going to answer. That is still going to be the... It's going to be game 3, sorry, to the Hilltoppers for sure, but it's always good to get one at the end. Your mental is kind of devastated after losing so many games with a huge point difference like that, but scoring can always rejuvenate that a little bit.
Always question here to you. Would you rather get beat by 8 at a 10-2 scoreline in game 2, get beat by 7 at a 7-0 scoreline?
I would take, honestly, the 10-2.
Right?
I think I would. You've at least got the proof that you can make it happen.
Got the receipts. A Rockford Rams squad that went from 9 saves in game number 1. Now boiled down to only 1 here in a 6-1 scoreline, unfortunately. The good news here for your Rocket Rams, for your fans of these best from the West, Wilfred Rams, is that, 1, they have another game here. It would, had to be a reverse sweep, but that is marked improvement from a 7-0 scoreline to an 8-score difference there in game number 2 at 10-2, and now a 6-1. And this could have even been like 6-2. There's just very clear-cut mistakes that some of these Rams players are doing, and if they just clean that one up, then I see this being a much closer scoreline here, Squillis.
I do too. I think they have potential. They really do. Playing against a team as stacked as the Hilltoppers is going to be challenging for even like 3 GC3s. But if you just tighten up on rotations, play a more heavily physical game, and you can have it feels like there's a lot of confidence issues and communication issues with the like double commits in net, the missing some easier saves. I feel like if we can tighten all that up, the Rams have a better chance of doing better throughout the rest of the season.
"15 seconds into this one, over the top, Uber Duber hits this one down. Risky right there. Continue the pressure. Trizon kind of hanging back, letting Risky see what they can see with the solar player up. Trizon, nope, Galee's going to beat them there.
Risky is waiting for that touch. Ruggy's not going to get it, though. It's going to go up to Trizon, who has enough boost to put this one away. There it is. What a touch.
Oh, okay. Trizon with another fancy one from up top, but hey, you give Trizon, I believe that was 98 boost coming into this one. That's going to be perfectly slotted. My goodness, man. My goodness. It doesn't get much skinnier than that.
No, especially from that downward angle. That is a tough shot to hit, especially as clean as he got it. It's going to be another Hilltopper kickoff again, as I was saying in game 2. If they can tighten up these kickoffs, they have a much better... There it is. Much better chance of keeping the score a little lower, but...
Is it the same exact spot?
Pretty much.
Hang on. And with the same result, with the Galee is literally like kissing this ball as it's coming on in. Just a welcoming party, unfortunately, for the Wilfred Rams. Can't quite get to get to that one.
Yeah,
We
Gottlieb's is
are.
always just a second late.
We've all been there. Oh my God! The
What a
nastiest
touch.
goal of this day, and that's saying something, given that we have 23 goals in the previous game, 26 just scored right here. Risky, perfect shot. Crazy stuff.
That was a very nice double. That was very well placed, especially from all the way down the field too. Again,
downtown.
Alright, I thought
Okay.
that one might have been in too. Tries
I
to
think
misreading the bounce on
Elise-
post.
Yeah, I think Elise might have thought that one as well. Uber Duber, Shadow, Elise, everybody jumping over at this one.
30 boost to get it to Trizen. He gets it accomplished. Trizen's going to go to wall, though. He doesn't feel safe about shooting that one. Good touch. Getting it right past Uber Duber there.
Risky. Nope. Shadow Ghost is there. Like you said earlier, Ruggy was getting into position to try and play that one.
I think he's also just giving his teammates some time to get back as well, because he was last back there in mid, which is always dangerous.
Ooh, nice block right there. Galiz flips at this one, actually. Ruggy just left, watching at this one. No, excuse me. Ruggy going to be able to get involved. Now Ruggy tries in. I'm telling you, Galiz, these are going to work, especially if you get them done frequently. Little flick action, tries to nose this one in, not going to happen. Musty attempted right there, right?
Nice little musty double he was looking for. Nice shot, well placed by Risky. Gonna go top right again. These shots have all been very well placed. They haven't it hasn't been like a close one or it hasn't been like a 50 big body in. It's always been like top right, top left, or just slotted bottom corner. These guys are very, very good at shooting the ball.
Gotta agree. Been a little bit of time since Wilfred Rams score into this one. Ruggy gets demoed yet again. I'm telling you, dude. I like it. This was like 6-0 or something like that in game 2 at this point, about at halftime. Trizen sent back to respawn to think about their decisions. Shadow Ghost and the rest of the Rams off the back of this demo have maintained possession there on the offensive side for longer than they have in this game 3 so far. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
It's the mental's destroyed now. As a player, my mental right here, it's just gone. That's such an unfortunate backflip. I know it was a misinput. He should have just, I know he was just looking for a double jump. That is a devastating time for your controller to take a different move that you were planning on doing there.
Yeah, right. Hey, we've all been there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've all been there.
Too many times.
Fancy footwork, though.
It's a very nice control in the air.
Risky gets demoed here. I'm not trying to be too negative, but I really, really wish the Rams had gotten this demo play, the physical play, just straight up explosions, make car go boom, right? Just like earlier, and we could have seen how this really would have played out right now. Because to be fair, Ruggy has also really, really stood up in that offensive prowess. Like it was Trizen all day long. Trizen's world, we're just renting space in it.
Exactly.
Like game 1 and 2, and now it's Ruggy, Risky, both stepping up a solid bit in that offensive prowess. But I would have loved to see a concentrated physical game plan, just devoted straight up for Trizen.
Absolutely. I think it's just hard. In game 2, they tried it and it didn't really work. It went to an 8-point score line, but they didn't try it the whole way. They tried it up until they got a 3-point lead, and they're like, all right, we're gonna switch back to what we were doing, which wasn't really working to begin with. I think if it's really just rotational, that's all it comes down to. There's just one guy back right now still. I just don't know where they're all going and why they're rotating so weird.
Good news is, one-sided affairs, the team that has taken the L can always go forth and just glean a lot more from that loss, how to clean up the edges and whatnot, what they don't want to have done again and whatnot. Oh, brutal. And I don't mean to seem like this series is over with, but given the past, given that we're at a 6-0 scoreline, and given that the Wilfred Rams have the technical amount of time to come back at this one, enough chronological resource, as unlikely as it may be, we'll still see this one out to the end. The Summit Hilltoppers have done a fantastic job stampeding so far. Now it's just about closing this one out.
And back to you talking about how they can learn a lot from this. They absolutely can. This will be a very, very valuable replay review session for these guys playing against. It's always a good thing to face a really, really good team and just get crushed, because you absolutely can learn so much. You have 2-3 hours of discussion here about rotating, different touches, passing, who should be going when. There's a lot they can learn from this series, and I think that they should, because it's still early in the season. They can make a lot of changes happen before it's all said and done for.
Entirely fair. This week 5 matchup is over. Might be 6-1 again. Oh wait, no, that's going the other way. Yeah, there you go.
All 3 committed.
So wait, hang on. Those are the wrong colors. Uber Duber down bottom. If we get another second in this game, we would have seen another 6-1. That's not what's going to happen. Unfortunately, starting this one out and finishing this one out with a Rams scoreless affair. The Hilltoppers just really, really imposed their will in this one. There's not